Nahvalur is one of those brands that I always have at least one pen from them in my rotation, normally more than one. Currently, I am using this titanium Nautilus pen from them, but they did just reach out and offer to send me this lovely pen, and it is last year's summer pen, which McKenzie Penworks did the material for. It is a diamond cast, and we're going to ink this up, and I'm very excited to try and color match for this. So let's get into it. So to start with, clearly we have to decide where we're going color-wise, and I think, because I know who's going to be using this pen the most, Mom, I think I'm going to try and go for something in these turquoises. We might try and pull out an orange or two, but I think turquoise is where we're going to end up going. Diamond cast is one of those materials that really doesn't light well inside, I find. It really takes outdoor lighting. So there will be outdoor pictures of it posted over on my socials and probably on the YouTube community tab if I can get photos to work up there again. But let's get into, I think those are too green. Where's a good, there's a good section. Those are too green. Ooh, 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 ooh. Those aren't far off. These are all going to be samples, aren't they? Yes, they are. Can it be a sample of something that I can at least get, though? I can get that. Some of these custom. Is there a more blue section? Why do they have to be samples of things I can't get? That's too green. All right. So, okay, I can get a bottle of this. I think that's what we're going for. So that would be our orange. That would be our turquoise match. And then in oranges, oranges might actually be harder because I don't use orange all that often. That might actually be an okay match. Dominant Industry Citrus Yellow. Yeah, I can see that working. I'm gonna go with the Leonardo because I know Mom's gonna be the one using this pen more than I am because of the nib that's on it. So let's go find that sample. Ta-da! This is a Chicago Pen Show sample that somebody gave to me, and we are going to set it in the lovely holder from Stationery Universe. I blanked on the name of Tori's shop for a minute. This is a very pretty pen, and I'm very excited to see how it sparkles outside because surprisingly, I have not actually taken it outside into sunlight yet. It's been very cloudy here, and now it's sunny, but it is very hot. So once it cools off this evening, I will have to go look at it outside. But much like I believe all of the Nahvalur pens I own, this is a piston pen. It's got a matching grip section. You've got a clear ink window. I do really like the Nahvalur ink windows. And you have an engraved cap band, which I do really like that Nahvalur does on some of their pens. My Horizons have little narwhals dancing around. So let's open this all the way. Yep, there we go. So you can just, maybe you can, just see the edge of the black plunger. It doesn't go all the way up like some pens do. I'm actually okay with that though. I find these pens way easier to burp than some other piston pens on the market. And let's see if it fits. Oh, it does. All right. And now I grab a piece of paper towel and I'm going to twist this up. Until those bubbles turn into actual ink, which is about there. Well, that took more ink than I expected. That took most of a sample vial, and that's a 5 ml sample vial. I didn't think the ink capacity on this would be that big. I thought it was going to be the same as a Horizon, but it's not. Or it doesn't seem to be. It just seems to take more ink. Interesting. All right, I'm going to clean off my desk and grab some paper. All right, we are continuing to use the Endless Regalia storyboard paper, and so it's a really awkward U into the R. This is Summer. I quite like this. And I don't normally like a stub nib. I think this is a 1.1 millimeter stub, but I don't know that it actually says. It just says stub. If I guess, it's a 1.1. Actually, I have a measure my pen. I now have this handy little tool. So let's look at the L. Yeah, looks to be a 1.1. This is great. If you don't have a dominant industry to measure your pen, they're actually super cool. I've been using them a lot for comparing mediums and fines and extra fines between brands. Okay. I don't know what it is about this stub. I normally do not vibe with stubs, but that looks really pretty. The ink is this is really pretty. Overall, it's not all that different than my titanium. There's a little bit of a price difference, I think, from the titanium to this. And I would say the Summer is a lot lighter than my titanium is. Size-wise, though, they're the same size. One's just a lot heavier than the other. So if you like a lighter pen, get the Voyager. But it's a nice pen. I like it. Though I've liked all my Nahvalurs up until this point. Nahvalur did provide me with the pen, but everything I say is my own opinion. And yeah, so thank you, Nahvalur, for the pen. I'm going to have fun with it. Mom's going to have fun with it because stubs are very much her thing. They are not my thing. Her writing with a stub, if you've seen it, is much prettier than mine with a stub is. Mine's sort of chicken scratchy with a stub. But every once in a while, I decide to get a PR pen with a nib she prefers, knowing that at some point she'll end up borrowing it from my collection for a little bit. But also nibs are swappable. And so it's not a big deal to get a nib that I might not totally vibe with. So thanks very much, Nahvalur. And I actually really like their stubs, which is shocking as a hater of stubs. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below if you have any questions. Do you have a favorite McKenzie Penworks resin? Honestly, I hadn't seen a diamond cast like this, but I think it's super cool. And now I want to go look at their website some more. So I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching.